7, the Charlotte community pushing to find common ground with police.
And this comes after a series of recent events that may have left some Charlotte-Mecklenburg residents feeling alienated from their local officers. Events like this now viral arrest from earlier this month when an officer hit a woman multiple times at a bus stop, leaving her bruised.
Erica Lunsford joins us now live from CMPD headquarters to share more about tonight's conversation. Erica?
John and Siobhan, our camera was not allowed inside for most of the meeting, but we were able to speak to people after to talk about what was said inside and how they felt things went. Now, today's community conversation with Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department was hosted by the Urban League of Central Carolina's Young Professionals. The event served as a platform for open dialogue addressing concerns between the community and local law enforcement. Now, those who attended the gathering say tonight was a great start, but there are still a few topics they would like to see being brought to the forefront.
As a whole and as a unit, as a force, what is the plan to move forward? You know, how do we move forward where we can build that trust with the community and the police department? And that was one thing that I want us to continue pushing that conversation.
What I do wish we are able to have more tactful discussion on the uses or how they interact with the community physically, and what are the reforms in that process.
Now, organizers of today's event say they plan to have more events like this in the future. Reporting from CMPD headquarters, Erica Lunsford, WBTV on your side.
New at 11.